Hi everyone, it's me, Spring, the fiber enthusiast, and welcome to the channel. Today is going to be a crocheted stitch tutorial, and the stitch we are doing today is the Zig Zag Rib Stitch. Now, if you would like to work this up in a pattern that you're already working on, you would need multiples of 4 plus 2. If you're going to start this and work along with me, you're going to need multiples of 4 all the way across. So that would be 4 plus 2 extra starting from a base chain. Today I'm going to chain a total of 16 chains. That will give me my multiples of 4 plus 4. So for this project, this swatch sample, I used just a regular standard acrylic worsted weight and a 6mm hook. Now you can somewhat see the zigzag in it. It is a little harder to see in this particular fabric, but you can kind of see it there. Now for today's tutorial, I'm going to be using Caron Simply Soft and a 5mm crochet hook. Your choice of yarn and hook is completely up to you. You do not have to use what I use. This particular stitch would be great for a lot of things. It is a denser fabric. It is front post, back post, and double crochets. That's all you need to know to work this up. You could use this in all size afghans as well as scarves, cowls, you name it. It is great for a multitude of different projects. If you wanted to add a couple of repeats, which this is 2 repeats of 8 rows, to a project that you're already working on, that would be awesome as well. All right, so once again, I'm going to be using Caron Simply Soft and a 5mm hook. I have already chained 16 chains to get us started. You're going to place a double crochet into the 4th chain from your hook. Now remember, this loop on your hook in standard crochet is just a loop on your hook. You can work for your swatch into the front or the back of the chain, whatever suits you best. But we're going to place a double crochet in the 4th chain from your hook. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm going to work into those back bumps on my chain. So I'm just going to double crochet into that stitch there. Now what that has done, that has created 2 double crochets. The chains that we skipped created our first, and the double crochet that we just finished creates our second. Now we're going to place 1 double crochet in every chain until the end of the row. Okay, so once you have established your base row, your starting row, we're going to begin row 1. You should have a total, including that very first set of chains that you skipped, of 14 double crochets. So now we're going to begin row 1. Row 1, you start with chain 1 and 2. Turn your work, and we're going to front post double crochet the next 2 stitches. So very simple front post double crochet. So we're just going around the post on the front side of the fabric. Now we're going to back post double crochet the next 2 posts. So now we're going to go around that post from the back side of the fabric that we are creating here and back post double crochet. Now you're going to repeat that until you are to your last stitch. Front post double crochet 2, 1 and 2, back post double crochet 2, 1, and 2, front post double crochet 2, 1, and 2, and back post double crochet the last 2 posts here, and into your turning chain, the top of your turning chain, you're going to place a double crochet. So into the top of that chain. Double crochet. We're not going around a post, we're just going into the top of your turning chain. Now you're going to chain 1, 2, and turn your work for row 2. Row 2 begins with a back post double crochet, just 1. And now we're going to begin our repeat. Front post double crochet the next 2 stitches, 1 and 2. And back post double crochet the next 2 stitches, 1 and 2. And then repeat. Front post the next 2, and back post the next 2. Front post the next 2, and now we're down to our last 2 stitches. We're going to back post the next stitch and double crochet into the top of our turning chain. Chain 1, 2, 3, turn your work, and now we're going to begin row 3. We're going to back post double crochet the first 2 stitches. We're going to begin that repeat right away. So back post double crochet the first 2 stitches, front post double crochet the next 2 stitches, and you're going to repeat that to the last stitch. When you come to your last stitch, that is your turning chain, you're going to place a double crochet into the top of that turning chain. Chain 2 and turn your work. Now we're going to begin row 4. Row 4, your first stitch is a front post double crochet. And now we'll begin our repeat. Back post double crochet the next 2 stitches. So 1 and 2. And then front post the next 2 stitches. 1 and 2. Repeat that to the last 2 stitches. When you come to the last 2 stitches, you're going to front post your next stitch, front post double crochet, and then double crochet into the top of your turning chain. Chain 2, 1, 2, turn your work. And now what we're going to be doing is repeating row 3. for row 5. To begin row 5, which is a repeat of row 3, we are going to back post double crochet the first 2 stitches. 1 and 2. And now front post double crochet the following 2 stitches. And you're going to work that repeat to the end of the row where you have 1 stitch remaining. And you will double crochet into the top of your last stitch. Down here at the last stitch, I'm just going to place a double crochet into that stitch, the top of my turning chain. Chain 1, 2, and turn your work. For row 6, you repeat row 2. Row 2 begins with a back post double crochet around the next stitch here, or the first stitch after your chain 2. Your first stitch is a back post double crochet. Now we begin our repeat. Front post double crochet the next 2 stitches, and back post double crochet the following 2 stitches. Repeat that to the last 2 stitches of the row. When you come to the last 2 stitches of the row, you're going to back post double crochet your next stitch and double crochet into the top of your turning chain. Chain 2 and turn your work. 1, 2. Now for row 7, we repeat row 1. Row 1 begins with the repeat right away. Front post double crochet the next 2 stitches, and back post double crochet the next 2 stitches. Repeat that to the last stitch where you place 1 double crochet into the top of your turning chain. Once you've placed your last double crochet into the top of your turning chain, you're going to chain 1, 2, turn your work. And for row 8, you're going to repeat row 4. Row 4 begins with 1 front post double crochet. And now we begin the repeat. Back post double crochet the next 2 stitches. And front post double crochet the following 2 stitches. Back post double crochet the next 2. Front post double crochet the next 2. Back post double crochet the following 2. And we're going to end the row with a front post double crochet into the next stitch and 1 double crochet into the top of your turning chain. that is your 8 rows that you will repeat to continue the pattern. The Zig Zag Rib Stitch. I hope that you've enjoyed this tutorial. This is only 1 and this is 2 repeats of the pattern. So it's a textured, little bit thicker, dense fabric. And all you're doing is shifting these front posts and back posts back and forth to create this zigzag effect. Be blessed, be a blessing, and until next time, bye for now.